Okay, so this is my project. This was an old set of chest of drawers. So at the moment it's obviously on its side. So one of the first things we had to do was actually just cut this area off so it will lay flat. So we did that initially. The actual bit where I'm going to be displaying stuff is actually two of the old drawers. They're joined together by a couple of these sliders. And I think once they're painted up they look pretty cool. Another thing we've done is cut out some recesses. There. So one of the first things we've been working on really is just trying to get that area filled. And that's one of the panels I've been doing at the moment. Just moving on around. See those recesses a little bit better. And I've drilled down there, little holes so I can run some cable through for the LEDs. So that's that. Still loads and loads of work to be done on there. Some more filling, some more sanding. Hi, so just to give you a bit of an update on the build. Today has all been really about preparation for the painting. So the back, if you remember from the last video, got like a grain effect. So I didn't really want that coming through. So what I've done is completely sanded it all down. Took ages, but it's been done now. And we've also sealed that. And what I've used to seal it is just a bit of this quick drying MDF sealer. But I suppose you could use anything really, anything PVA based to give you the same effect. We've also framed this area a little bit more, put a couple of more sliders on there at the front. And that black piece at the front just to give it a bit more of a frame. That's actually from a TV. Also drilled a couple of holes, you can't see them, two from the top. There we go. What we're going to run through there is some LED lights and then run them through to the back as well. So pretty much like you do on a TV, it'll be framed. And I'm also going to run the lights basically through that bit of piping. So that's going to sit basically in there, like so. Okay, and that should, hopefully, frame the area. Made a bit of a hash of it when we first started it, so I'll show you this. There we go. Doesn't look pretty, but it's going to do the job. Now, initially, I drilled a very small hole, as you can see there, and we did that all across the pipe, but it just wasn't big enough, wasn't letting enough light through. So we then decided to build some, drill some more bigger ones, which then collapsed on me. The whole pipe basically came down. So what we had to do is insert these, which again from TV, little bits of LED, but they've done their job. Just keep it prized open, and that way hopefully the light will still come through. Okay, so last time out we'd done all the preparation for painting, and I've managed now to get it down a base coat of the grey primer all over it pretty much. We've also fitted, just as a temporary measure to see what it looks like, that control panel in the right hand side. And that's coming quite well, it fits in there quite well. Bring it on down, see it all through there. Now, as I said, I've just fitted that with a couple of bolts at the moment, and that's how I'm going to continue to do it really. And that's probably the best way, so if anything does go wrong I can access that area and just remove it if necessary. Made a few additions to the part on the front here. This is just bits of conduit, and they look really smart actually. Come in, all I've done is just use it off there, cut it down, and then snapped it into position. And then we've got to do a bit more weathering. Put some bolts in as well. Now these are self-tapping, so they're quite good. They're nice and shiny. They don't look like the old Phillips head screwdriver, so quite effective. We've also built a shelf for this bottom area. Now in the bottom area I'm going to have some droids, and I'll show you those in a minute. So we just built this shelf, nothing spectacular, just a bit of Gorilla Glue, a couple of supports in there just to stop this from folding over, and that piece then fits into that gap. And what that allows me to do, because there's a bit of a gap, is basically these droids are connected via USB. But I'll show you in the inside. At the moment it looks a bit of a mess, but what I'll be able to do is hide it effectively, all the cabling, and just have the USB points popping out in certain areas, and it should make it look a lot neater. Now the background of this area is going to be fitted with the control panel, droid control panel, which I've now finished, and I'll show you in a sec, and another bit just to fill that area. Okay folks, just a bit more of an update. I'd say because we changed a couple of things and I didn't really like it. So glad I made this control panel removable, because once I got it in place I didn't really like how it looked. especially that area there. So if you can remember before, we just had a square at the bottom and then some slats. So I've just got rid of that and opened it up to another square. And it just means I can see this a lot better, especially this area sort of around here. Couldn't really see it very well, so I know it's meant to be just sort of like a background, but I still want to be able to see it, especially after the amount of effort we put into it. So that's that bit. I've also got up there now the pipe, and that's got the LED strip in that now, and that runs all the way around like I said I was going to do, a bit like you do with the old TV. So you can see there I've got a remote control for it as well, and that just gives me the option of changing all the colours and doing little modes and stuff on it. So just pop that on, show it underneath first. So you can see that gives it quite a nice glow, quite like that. And again, you can change the colours. So that's pretty smart. I like the way that's come out. You can see from the top, it runs all the way around. And the good thing about this, if I just turn this off a minute, I'll be able to show you these clips. In here, this area, especially there, on the actual LEDs itself, you've got these little strips. And it just means you can cut them into position and then just clip them in when you want it, so you can get it into exactly how you want it, which is a lot better. So it just means you can put it where you want it, keep it nice and neat. Cool, so that's that.